Welcome to this quick demo of basically building an additional page with some of the sections that are already built in your theme. This is a great way of adding landing pages to your site in a really quick way that look great and format automatically in a mobile fashion for you. So the first thing we're going to do is step one is create a new page template. To do this, we need to go to the online store and go to your theme. I'm working with the Empire theme right now, but this will be very similar for any other theme that you may have, including Debut, Brooklyn, or any of the other themes directly from Shopify. So the first thing we're going to do is create this new page template. To do that, we're going to go into Actions and we're going to edit code. This is the only piece that we're going to do to your live theme. We have to do this to the live theme so that it shows up for your pages. This is a really simple process. You'll see on the left-hand side, you have different folders with different templates and sections and different pieces of code. Essentially what we're going to do is we need to duplicate this page.liquid area right here. And to do that, we're going to go to add a new template. We're going to select page and we're going to call it something different. For this, I'm going to call it BFCM, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so that we can set up a nice little page for landing our different ads kind of thing. So we're going to say create template, and it's going to do a whole bunch of stuff for us, and it's going to add all this content in for us and save it. We don't need to do anything else. We're done with this. So we're going to close that. We're going to exit out of our themes. The next thing we need to do is we need to create a page. So we're going to go over to the left-hand side under Online Store and click on Pages. And here we're going to click on Add Page. We're going to title this page whatever we want. So I'm going to call this my BFCM landing page. And a good rule of thumb would also be put in your SEO and search engine listing preview. On the right-hand side, we're going to go and select the template suffix, which is page.bfcm. This is going to allow us to use that new page template that we created. And then we're going to click on Save. So right now, this isn't going to do a whole lot. If I actually go and view this page, it's going to look pretty bland. It's just going to have our title in it with our header and our footer, nothing really going on here, right? So what we want to do is inject a bunch of content from kind of the home page. And if we look at the home page of this theme, there's a bunch of sections, really nice sections, right? A slideshow, we have a mosaic of content with some photos, we have a grid of different things that we could link to, collections or products. We also have featured collection rows, a Twitter feed, and there's a whole bunch of other sections within the front end as well. So what we're going to do next is we're going to duplicate this theme and we're going to start to work on it. So let's go back to themes, and underneath the current theme, go to Actions and click on Duplicate. And this is just a really good power move for any Shopify store out there. Anytime you're looking to make changes to your theme, always make a duplication of it. That allows you to make all the changes you want. You can send preview links to people from your organization or to clients, whoever want to take a look, and you can actually make every single change that you want to make. So say, for example, this is a Black Friday, Cyber Monday demonstration. We want to add in our discount code. We want to add new photos. We want to add new content. We can do all of that from within this copy and then make this copy live right when it becomes Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I'm going to rename this so that we have a good idea of what this is. So Empire and BFCM demo. So now that we have our duplication of our theme, we can make some edits to it. First thing we're going to need to know though is what do we want to actually put onto this new page? So if we go to the customizer for that new theme, it's going to open up in our browser here and we'll be on the home page of our site. We're going to steal some sections from this home page, so we need to know which ones we particularly want. So for example, the slideshow is here, the highlights banner is here, and then here are all those other sections that we can add in and take a look at. I'm going to pull in some featured blocks. I'm going to pull in some rich text, some video, some collection lists. You can always see all the different things that can be added. So if you go to collection list, it'll show you what that's going to kind of look like. Featured collection, we've already seen that a little bit up higher. We're going to pull that in. Grid gives us 4 different options with some text. We're going to pull that in as well. And then further down the list, there's also a video block here, and we're going to pull that in and attach our own video. So this is all the stuff that we can drop into that page. Additionally, I'm going to pull in some rich text so that we have a title at the top of our page with some text as well. So All you need to do here is make note of which sections you want to be pulling in. That's really the important part, and in what order you want those in. Once you have that, go back into your backend, into the admin area, and we're going to go to Actions and Edit Code. Now this is where a lot of people get hung up, and it's not too difficult. It's a lot of copying and pasting and putting things in the right order. That's really all we're going to be doing here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to find that new page template we created, page.bfcm.liquid. And within this, we're going to get rid of a bunch of this information. If you want to keep the title of the page at the top of the page, go for it. You can leave this piece here that says header with this H1 and page title. This is pulling that page title that we put in. So this is what's going to show up with our BFCM tag at the top of our page. Underneath that is an if statement that shows the page content. That's the box underneath that would have been putting all that content in. So again, you can drop that in if you want. You can leave that in if you want. If not, it's not even going to put it in. That's what this if statement here is for. It's saying if it's blank, don't put it in. But if there's something there, put it in. I'm going to leave all this and just add in a few extra lines here. And we're going to add some pieces in here. Before we can do that, we need to duplicate the sections that are on the front end of our site. So the first section that I'm going to want to put in here is that grid of 6 different pieces. So I'm going to go down into the sections folder, and I'm going to find the section that does that grid. Every theme is different, so the naming convention of sections is a little bit different. In this one here, there's one called Dynamic Promo Grid, and this is our grid that we want to take. We're going to highlight all of this text. We're going to copy it. We're going to go to Add a New Section. I'm going to call this BFCM-grid, and I'm going to create that section. I'm then going to take all that code that I copied, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to save it. That's it. So that new section, BFCM grid, is showing up here, and that's all I need to do to be able to copy that and put it into my new page. So I can close this grid. In case you missed that, we're going to go back and do the rich text one, the video, and the collection list as well. So to get into the rich text, we're just going to go grab the rich text. We're going to highlight all of it, copy it, create a new section, BFCM-rich text, create section, and paste, and we're done. Lastly, we're going to do the video as well. Dynamic video, .liquid. We're going to highlight all of it, copy it, add a new section, BFCM-video, create section, and paste, save. So we now have these new sections created. I'm going to save them, and they're all ready to go. So you'll see all 3 of them show up here, grid, rich text, and video. And now we need to insert them into this page. This is where you're actually going to need to do a little tiny bit of coding. It's not too terribly difficult. It's a couple words and a couple little squirrely brackets. So we're going to put a squiggly bracket in with a % after it. And then we're going to say section, and then the name of the section. So BFCM-grid. That's going to put that grid section in there underneath the page title and underneath the page content. We want to also put in some more rich text. So I'm going to go ahead and put a section in that is the rich text snippet. Need to put BFCM at the front. And then I'm also going to put that video in because I want to have a video at the bottom of my page for people to watch. So instead of typing everything, I'm just going to copy and paste, and then I'm just going to change that rich text to video. So now I have 3 sections that are built into that page. I'm going to click on Save, and that's going to save to that particular theme. Now keep in mind you're working in a copy of your live theme, so this isn't going to affect your live site right away. It's not going to show up. It's not going to show up on that page or anything like that. So what you need to do is you need to preview your theme or customize it. Because I don't have a link to this page yet, it's a little hard for me to preview and then go and see that page because I need to know exactly where that is. So instead I'm going to go to Customize Theme, and I typically open this in a new tab. On this area, you can now see under Homepage. If you select that area, you can go and select the different pages, and you can see our BFCM landing pages there. And now we have new sections here on the left-hand side. So we have header, we have our grid, we have our rich text, video, and our footer. The grid can be customized just as we would be able to on the front end of the site. So you can add photos, you can add text, and you can add multiple areas to that particular section. I'm just going to add a quick couple photos here to kind of demonstrate this, but you can add these blocks in without any issues and edit the content and move things around however you'd like. Same goes for all of the other sections. Rich text, we can put in different sizes of that text, and we can put in different content if we want a text in there, or you can actually embed another page. So we can say text, we're going to put our rich text heading in there, we can put that particular text in, change the heading size to large if we want, and we can change it to center alignment if that works for your page. Lastly, that video section, we can go in and we can put in whatever link we want to any video, change the aspect ratio, as well as put a cover image in. What's nice about cover images is they show up first, and then when they click on play, it'll actually go into that video. So a few things to note here. One, unlike the home page, we can't move these sections around. If we wanted the video to be in front of the rich text, we would need to do that here. We would need to change this from section BFCM video here, copy, and move that to in front of it. It has to be done in the code. It can't be done on the page. So if I do that right now and we go back, let's save this and let it reload, it's going to switch some stuff around for us. You'll see it reload this page here, and the rich text will go to the bottom. Additionally, you can't add additional sections here. You can't click on add sections and drop them in. And again, that's something that you have to do from the back end here. If you said, you know, I really want that mosaic in there as well, great. Go grab the mosaic, copy it, create a new section called BFCM mosaic, paste it all in, save it, go back to your page and say, I want that mosaic right after the grid. So I'm going to say section BFCM mosaic, save, and go back to my demo here and just refresh my screen. So I now have the mosaic over here underneath my grid, and I can go in and add in all the content that I want. So I can select that image, whatever images I want, put in the text I want. So it's all there for me and really easy for me to make changes to within that particular page. So this is how you can create a really great little landing page really quickly with some of the sections that are on your home page. Another major benefit of this is all that styling that comes on the home page with all those sections comes directly to your page. So it's going to look great on mobile as well. You don't have to worry about it looking weird or out of whack on mobile because you're pulling in all of those styles and all those different CSS properties there. So that's how you go about creating these pages. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us and we'll be happy to help. Thanks.